Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of
Know
Know Your
your
Guide.
guy.
Thank you all for coming back to join us in another episode. My name is Stefan,
My name is Diana.
and on
And
this
my name is
series,
Anna.
on this series, we invite different tour guides and we come and have a good conversation with them. You know, Diana, sometimes we go on tours that are quite rushed and we don't get to know our guides. I mean, we ask about the location, we ask about the culture of the location, we ask about the food, but rarely do we get a chance to actually get to know the person who's introducing us all these amazing places.
That's right. That's why we have all these sessions, for the guide from all over the world.
And today we have all the way from Poland, Miss
And that is Anna.
Anna.
Hello,
Hello.
Anna. Hi.
Guys, good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
we have a time difference from where we are. We currently in Singapore. We are 4:20 p.m. What time is it in Poland now?
10:22 a.m.
10:22. Wow. Thanks for joining us, Anna.
Thank you for having me.
So maybe we can start with a very general question. We start with all our interviews like that. Tell us more about yourself as a guide, or even as as a person.
Well, I to be a guide, or my job as a guide started about 20 years ago. That was always my dream, to be a guide. Or actually like an idea that I had as a girl, as a teenager. I knew that one day I would like to tell the stories to other people, but I was quite specific in my head then, and I knew that it's the story, the way how I would like to deliver would not be like on a paper, or it will not be like writing a story, but more like being a guide and trying to introduce different places or to tell about new cool places to other people. And a couple of years later, I got this chance. I became a guide. I started to travel. I started to learn new cultures, about new places, and I think the story continued for quite a long time. And after traveling and working in different countries, recently I decided to move back to my own country, Poland, to my home city called Wrocław. And since then, last years, I am here. And that would be me, I guess, for now.
Wonderful. You mentioned that just now. You mentioned that you weren't always doing tour guides. What were you What were you doing before you decided to finally head out and pursue your dream of telling stories and going to amazing places?
Well, it took me a while, to be honest. I started to travel when I was in my early 20s. And then, I graduated, I finished, I got my business degree. But then also surprising me, maybe it can be surprising for you, but there was a time when for a couple of years I used to work as a makeup artist.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was because also that was quite, let's say, a little bit artistic job that allowed me to travel. But after some time, my heart desire was calling me, and I decided that's it. I want to give it a go, and I would like to try if that's really what I would like to do. So I gave it a try, and no regrets.
It's not surprising to me. You look really beautiful and well put together. So makeup artist is not surprising for me.
Thanks, Stephen. Very kind of you. Thank you.
Tell us more about your motivations behind, I know, like, the stories and all that. Tell us more about like why tour guide.
What I like about being a tour guide, this is this possibility, or I guess the possibility for me to be able to travel and to stay in one place a little bit longer. Because if you travel as a tourist, usually you travel for a few days, sometimes even shorter. Sometimes, if you are lucky, you can stay in one place for maybe 2 or 3 weeks for like leisure or tourism. And that's not really necessary enough to give you this chance to really know the culture, know the place. And there is this, for me, it leaves me with this feeling of not having enough information or not having enough knowledge. And when I work in like being a guide, it actually gives me the chance to stay longer in one place so I can know the culture really, like, I can touch this, I can really talk to people. I am not really going to this like the most popular places, but a little bit of beaten track to the places that only locals know. And of course, as a guide, again, I have this luxury. I have the time to stay a little bit longer and to start to and to do it, and to be even paid for this. That's even better. So that's something really. I guess my what I heard, what a musician called Chick Corea, who died recently. He said that he was very successful, world-known musician, and he said that it's about pen and paper. Before you will get successful, you have long time when you have to do certain things, learn about something, and you have to really enjoy it. And if you enjoy this process of getting to know people, of working, doing the same thing every day, maybe for a long time, then at the end, and it like gives you a joy. And then if at the end you are being paid for this, then that's great. But it's about the whole process of, doing things. So for me, it's about being somewhere, learning more about cultures, places, history of the places where I was staying. That was it. That was what I wanted to do.
I hear a lot of, I think the common theme I hear from all the guides is this passion and this longing to know more and also to share after they know more. I think it's a wonderful place to be if you ever can do the thing you love and get paid. My question for you is: are there times when you felt it was tough? That like you loved it, but maybe you need to wake up some really early in the morning, or were there days that you didn't feel like it? Stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I had moments like this, I guess, when the situations happened that I had absolutely no control over. And like this force of majeure, or like, even like the weather changes, weather conditions that could stop me or people from doing something. Although we spend lots of time and put lots of effort to prepare certain project. And I don't know, there was a massive storm, let's say in Egypt, that damaged the road and, stopped everyone from doing anything. And this part that I guess it makes me like,
all the planning.
What there is nothing I could do. Or now the pandemic. And it doesn't matter how hard I would like to, I would prepare myself, and I would love to accommodate as many people here as possible. I cannot actually undo it the way how, to really have physically someone. But I guess it's not only me, it's it applies to people all over the world. So it's not like that I am pitying myself or, feeling miserable, but it's just, this moment that you just have to deal with what you have and just move on and trying to adapt to a new situation. So if it didn't work, to believe that, actually, there will be something even better.
That's really great, because like this is also like a very common thing that after we have interviewed about 2 or 3 guides, and all of them have said like one of the things that they will struggle with is you cannot really ever plan for everything, like wet weather program, the bus breaks down halfway, and also storm. Like what kind of storms are there in Egypt? Sandstorms or rainstorm?
And when we lived there was a few times, maybe now even more often, but when I lived there, let's say rarely, sometimes once a year. I was based more in a south, like Red Sea zone, where the climate is really like dry. But when the rain happened, like not even for long, but really, really strong, then the road could collapse. There was no drainage, so like the buildings were collapsing. So there was it was a little bit of disaster. You can't really drive when there is no road, or you can't really.
You bring out the
people.
Boats.
Sorry?
Do you switch from boats, from cars to boats, and boats to cars?
We just had to stay at the hotel, or and wait until it will be fixed. So that was situation. I think now even maybe milder rains, but due to the climate changes, it might happen even more often there in this area.
And we're talking about these experiences. What was your favorite experience as either a tourist or someone just living in the location, or a tour guide? What was one of your favorite places or experiences that you had?
There are so many. Because the world and the nature itself can be so beautiful.
It is.
That sometimes you go in the top of the mountain and you see the surroundings, and it's like breathtaking. And we want to make you cry, and because it's so beautiful. Or sometimes I see the what humans did, like the creation, like the architectures, the buildings. And also I am amazed, like, wow, how beautiful it is, how like masterpiece, of somebody's work that survived over so many years. And I can see this. So I think wherever I went, wherever I had the chance to travel, there were beautiful moments, either related to the nature, beautiful sunset, view from the top of the mountains, beautiful, turquoise Red Sea with dolphins surrounding me, or traveling to New York and being on the top of the Empire State Building, also like so iconic that you just like, I'm there.
When you said Empire State Building, and on top of it, I had an instant music song playing in my head, the Alicia Keys song.
I just wanted to say that, there is one very iconic moment. Honestly, it was just like I am in the movie, because traveling when we were in New York, we booked a tour called Sunday Jazz Brunch. Okay. That's a boat sails outside Manhattan, and also like close to the Statue of Liberty. And you have all this Manhattan view, like skyscrapers. And then at some point the boat slows down and they play Alicia Keys.
New York.
And when we've been there,
Wow.
you know, like seeing Statue of Liberty, and then here Manhattan and New York of Alicia Keys, it's like,
Wow.
that's
So there are many moments like this in your life, isn't it?
yeah, luckily, and I hope it will be more.
You will. There will be. All right, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about you now. Tell me, if you had one superpower, what do you think what that would be? And sometimes it's easier to think about what other people will think. So, like my friends would think of me as incredibly ridiculous. That's my superpower. So you could ask yourself, like, what would my friends say my superpower would be? Or it could be something that you want.
Well, I think it would be like weather related more. It's
Okay.
like, if I have a superpower, it's like, and I know that there is, in my opinion, maybe either too hot or too cold or too dry, or I don't know, to make it a little bit easier. Or another superpower I would like to have, if I see that, but it's like either like to be able to heal people, like, or animals, like to to help them this way. But I think that would be I'm not a god, so but that would be nice, to feel sometimes less powerless and to be able to help.
Now, do you watch like the Japanese cartoon Doraemon?
Never seen it.
The robot cat. Is it a cat or a mouse? I don't know.
A cat. It's a cat.
It's a cat. Yeah, I always wanted to be a Doraemon if I have a superpower, because the cat has a pocket. So whatever you want, he can just bring out from the pocket. Like, you just now mentioned you want to heal someone, he will start to find something in the pocket. Ta-da! Okay, I have this for you, Then he has a very interesting door where you can actually walk through that door wherever you want to go. For example, now I want to see you, Anna, in Poland, right? If I have that door from this cat, I can straight away open the door and see you. So for me,
that would be a superpower.
Yeah, that will be one superpower that I want to have from Doraemon.
It's very interesting to me because I love to understand people that especially when talking about tour guides. The last tour guide, he actually said he wanted 1 more hour. He just wanted 25 hours instead of 24 because during the tours, sometimes he wants the people whom he's bringing around to see 1 more hour of that thing, or there's not enough time. They're rushing to the lunch, the restaurant is going to be closed. So he wanted 1 more, and you wanted to control the weather so that, maybe you can make sure that everything goes smoothly, that you don't need to hang out in the hotel waiting for the storm to pass. I think those are very practical, very, very practical superpowers. But maybe in relation to that, I also like to ask you, what do you think is your most impressive achievement to date? What is the most thing, one thing that you are proud about, and something that you think, wow, that is an achievement? What would be an achievement to you?
I think in general that would be, or what I can say, like, regardless of of the area of my life, but especially the one that it's related to my work also. is to overcome my fear.
Mm.
To overcome my fear and to do what I think, I would, to follow my dream. Although some people could say like, come on, get yourself a proper job, or, it's not gonna work, or like, oh my goodness, like, look at this weather or something, to do it anyway. And because I think that's the only way that allows me to grow and to move forward, and to continue what I want to do. So that would be me.
What was one of the fears that you think you overcame and did it anyways? I think all of us. I guess that the question is to inspire our viewers today, right? Especially for those people who are like you, they want to do more, have more, but maybe there's the small little voice in their head, or even real people around them that might not be bad people, but they are worried that they don't have like a basic salary, so they give advice that actually pulls that person away from the dream or the goal. Maybe you can inspire us a little bit. What will be your recommendation and maybe your story about how you overcome one of those moments?
I think it's to have faith and to believe and to not give up, although you want, because it feels easier and you just want to stop and hide, or you want that others will do something for you. Just keep doing what you are doing, believe in your dreams, and think about people like Steve Jobs, there is a picture of him making his own computer in his garage, or Jeff Bezos beginning his business that nobody believed or knew how it will end up. And it can happen. I want to believe that it can happen to everyone, and I know that it can be very, very hard to keep trying and trying, because it might take a long time. But I think it's better to try and to say, okay, at least I tried and I know how it is now, than just to give up in the beginning. So
that is so
definitely agree.
inspirational.
Yeah.
That is so inspirational.
Coming out from Anna, right? So inspiration, right?
Yeah, my greatest fear was speaking in front of crowds, and
me
I would
too.
shake.
Oh my
I
god,
would
me
shake so
too.
badly.
My leash. And Anna has no problem in that, right? Because you need to speak in front of so many people
all the time.
all the
Yeah,
time.
but that's the thing, is that you are doing just great, just as I do, the same way. We are the same. It's just, I guess, the difference between maybe us and somebody else that is not doing this, that we are actually doing this. And it can come with time, with experience. It's just like practicing your muscle. If you want to have a nice flat tummy, and you go to the gym one time, it will hurt and it will ache. But if you keep going and if you keep practicing, it will look better and you will feel better. So I guess that's the same. Every new experience, I believe, can be very uncomfortable, at least is for me, because in my head, I can imagine everything, it's easy. But if you are actually doing something, it is like, can hurt the first time.
Yeah, that's really excellent advice. I think that like a lot of people, they get held back by the fear of the unknown, and we come up with the what ifs. What if I say something wrong? What if I do something wrong? But actually, if you have done it, it actually becomes a lot more empowering, a lot more motivating for you to do it again and again. And that's how people actually, and also we're speaking with a lot of elderly people in the last month. I realized like all of them say the same thing. Like, don't regret anything. Just do it. If
Mm,
you want to do it, just do it.
mm,
Apologize to your mom later. Do it first. you know,
yeah.
go and love like it's never gonna hurt. Go travel. Go try everything. And that's really
Mm. No, with
amazing.
no regrets.
Yeah. Maybe we'll delve a little bit deeper. So we talk about like traveling, we talk about like the passion of sharing stories. Do you have any other interesting hobbies or things that you like to do other than going around learning new cultures, new interesting going to new interesting places? Are there any other things that you love to do, or people that you like to hang out with?
Well, when after visiting places, what I like is to chill, and I am a big movie fan, or like
okay.
film, TV production. So that's what I like. I like old movies. I like classics. I like movies in general. So that's my thing. And the other one would be my cats.
Your cats?
Yes.
Are they with you now?
Well, I closed the door, so they will not come, because usually they would jump and walk on the keyboard, and you could see their tail and bum.
So cute.
How many cats do you have?
3.
3. Wow. What are their names?
Oh, names. White, Whiskas, and Charlie. They are Egyptian cats brought by us to Poland.
Oh, Egyptian cats.
Yeah, we rescued cats, and when we were moving out and moving here, we could not leave them really there. So we took them with us.
Maybe we'll get to meet them one day.
Maybe.
Physically.
I'm just gonna assume that when I do travel to Poland, we will meet up and you will bring us around. Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you. All right. So tell me about your favorite movie.
Again, like
so many. There's so many. Stop asking me to choose.
One come to your mind? Any just one that came to your mind?
Like, so many. I don't know. Even recently, I've seen like they were like playing again Shawshank Redemption. I'm not sure if you remember that, because it's a couple of years ago.
Shawshank Redemption.
Beautiful, very touching. Or what was the recently? It's I really can't now from like black and white movies. What have I seen? I'm sorry, like now I have like a blackout. Nothing comes to my mind. But I'm sure when
take your time. We have time.
We will start to talk. I'm sure.
Do you watch like handsome actors movie like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, this kind of movie?
Not my thing. Not my thing. I prefer, if to be honest, I prefer a classy James Bond.
I see. The old one.
Yeah, so that's my kind of man.
Okay, got it.
Gentlemanly but dangerous. He has a bit of a danger within him. If not, he'll be boring, right?
I like him, but so speaking when you ask about James Bond, and I'm thinking about Sean Connery, by the way, him playing James Bond. That's classy. Anyway, so definitely a lot.
Do you judge the new Bond movies? Do you judge them?
I am waiting for the new release with Daniel Craig, the latest one that was postponed yeah, because of the pandemic. So I just curious what recently also I've watched again Casino Royale.
Oh.
I loved Casino Royale. What do you think of Daniel Craig as a Bond? Okay. I never
But
think
he's taken, I am taken, so
Oh, it's okay. It's good to have dreams. I never really thought that like a guy this big could actually be a Bond person, because like Bond is always like sleek and I mean there is fights and all that, but to me the Bond guy can be good looking, but he needs to be able to be in and out of places, unseen, and so Daniel Craig is actually one of the most interesting Bond actors I think that they have casted so far out of all of them. So that's interesting to know. Any other movies that you like? Mystery.
Well, my also favorites are the old Agatha Christie movies and like old crime stories. But Agatha Christie, Miss Marple, Hercule Poirot, that's also thing I like to watch and read.
Mm-mm. From Poland, there's a lot of stories like that, isn't it? A lot of mysteries. I understand from the culture there is like the ages whereby murders and all that are very interesting stories to tell.
Well, actually, we have a tour, by the way, called Route of the Damned.
Ooh, tell us about that.
Wrocław, that tells people about crime and punishment that was practiced since Middle Ages, and also the crime stories today. But I'm sure in everywhere all over the world that they are also sad stories that we hear that about injustice or about crimes, about murders.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely we have this also.
One of the things I told myself if I ever go to Poland is to do all these tours, all the tours, that because I'm also a fan of mystery and thrillers. I love to watch series, movies too, but series really allow me to go in and feel the entire mystery of something, and then the plot twist that happened at the end. Oh no, she's the murderer. No, he's the murderer. I love that feeling. I absolutely love that feeling. That's why I felt a connection the moment you open your Zoom just now. We are connected.
Wow, you definitely need to go Poland and look for Anna then.
Yeah. Let's go together. Let's go. I've never been to Poland. I've been to Greece. I love the sculptures there and the fountains. But like Anna, I left I went backpacking, but I still left with a sense of not fully experiencing Greece, and in the sense that maybe I should have engage more with the locals, go where the locals will go, because even though I backpacked, I still Googled the most famous places to go to. So I truly understand the sense whereby you have like 3 days of or even 5 days at a place, but you still say, hey, there is this other thing, or maybe I haven't experienced it fully, and I want to see more. That kind of feeling, I think it's truly something that many people have. And also that's the value of guides, right? That's the value of guides, to have some sort of a start, introduction, meet and closure. I think that is and the way the stories are told, I think I mean, you've been doing this for 20 years. I'm very sure that you have a really good structure to it. I think it makes us the people who go on these tours have a sense that something is started and ended. So I want to thank you for your service to every tourist that comes by. And also, with this pandemic, we see that there's a lot of people who are trying out new things. Like, like when you said, like now there are not many tourists around. Diana is actually doing something very interesting called the virtual tours. And I think that's one way we are getting out of our comfort zone, because, how could it work and all the technical difficulty and all that. So if you're watching this YouTube video right now, I just want you to know that Diana's not Diana, Anna's details and her profile will be below. There'll be some links they can click on, and if you're interested to go on a tour, please check out the links below. All right, and yeah, remember to like and subscribe. By liking and subscribing, you're actually helping more people to know about these tours. More people know about these tour guides. And if you ever get a chance to meet Anna, you can ask her all the questions, go into the James Bond conversations, or even the mysteries that we are all so in love with. All right, Anna, I want to do some closing questions here. Right. I mean, you came to Poland back near where your hometown is for the last 3 years. What are your hopes for the future, the next 5 years, the next 10 years? What are your hopes?
My hope would be, first of all, that me and the people around will be well and healthy, that we will be in a good spirit and health, and that the business that we are creating right now will be booming and expanding. So that's my idea, actually, of us here doing what we are doing. That right now we live, or our business is set in Wrocław, my home city, but that it will grow, that we can expand our activities to other locations.
I certainly hope that you'll live long, prosper, and flourish.
Thank you.
I know you said you came back to your hometown. Any future adventures that you might be going on, or intend to, or thought about it but haven't made any plans? Any adventures that you want to be on?
Yeah, I would like actually in Poland now to begin with, hopefully even this year. We have in Poland lots of castles that also I love to see. And Wrocław is located like southwest of Poland, but in the south, in the mountains, surrounded by the mountains, we have castles, medieval castles, we call it, and they are located in the south. And we call this route that you travel from one castle in the mountains to the other. It's called Eagle Nest route, because that's how we call these castles, like an eagle nest, because they are located somewhere high. So that's what I would like to see this year even.
Wow,
nice.
Thank you, Anna, for sharing. I love to visit Poland one day, and also the castles. I think
hope to see you then.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I read a lot stories about knights and dragons, and here in Asia we don't get a lot of those, and
Yes.
I think that will be an adventure that I will want to go myself. Yeah. Anyways,
visit.
Yes, after I think soon things are getting a lot better right now. And I just vaccinated my first shot. My second shot is in August. So I think we will all, as humanity, all of us will pull through this, and we're gonna come out stronger and better.
Yes.
And more inspired to live forward. But we always like to do something at the end, and because this is called Know Your Guide, sometimes I do a magic trick, sometimes I do a mind reading, and you can check out the other videos as well. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. So if I don't, please, this will be on one of my answers for the future embarrassing stories. I'll say, like, I did this magic trick, I was so confident and it didn't work out. I have a ton of these, but it's all okay. By the way, I've been really enjoying the process of knowing you and understanding and thinking, and I think that's one of the ways that some of these I don't have any superpowers, okay. One of the ways I do this is really get into the physiology of somebody and really feeling what they're feeling and thinking what they're thinking, so that I can sort of guess what is the thing that they will sort of decide. Okay, so if possible, Anna, for this next one, I just need to look at really your facial expression and maybe we just look into the camera so that I know. I have with me a deck of cards. While we were talking just now, I was fiddling with it. I was deciding which cards I should, in what way I should do, but it's in the box right now. All of the cards is in the box in this very old deck of cards. Sometimes I play poker in the office, but I'm going to use this one right now. I actually tried this with Diana just now. It worked for Diana, didn't work for Richard. So let's see how it works right now. Okay. So Anna, I need you, with the last 20 minutes that we spent together, I need you to think of a card and a suite. So a number and a suite, or even a picture. It could be anything. Yeah. A picture meaning king, queen, jack. What's the other one?
Yeah,
King,
I
queen,
already
jack,
have
ace.
it. Yes.
You have it in your mind? Okay. Can I know what it is? What card is it? My heart is really fast right
Heart.
now. Sorry. What?
9 of hearts.
No, don't choose 9 of hearts.
Oh no!
Because you chose it earlier, right? Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So any other card. See, my heart is racing now because if you have chosen 9 of cards, you would have failed. Okay, any card, because you told me 9 of hearts, you'll be me cheating, right? At the start.
Okay.
So this is not cheating.
Okay.
This is not cheating, all right? So it has to be a card. Okay, just look at the camera, please. Just look at it into the camera, the eye of the camera.
But I need to think, what do I want?
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. And if you feel that like I might be cheating, you can change your mind a few times. Yeah, you can change your mind a few times so that I cannot catch you. But like throughout this entire 20 minutes I've been with you, I've been just collecting as much information as I can.
I have it. Yeah.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, the glasses. Okay, great. Okay. So can you tell us what card it is?
So do you want me now to tell you?
Yes. What card is it?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Queen of
heart
Hearts.
is beating very fast.
Queen of
Hearts.
Hearts. Queen of Hearts. Wow. That do you remember? Okay.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts, right? Queen of Hearts. Okay. So I'm gonna take out the deck here. Can you see the deck?
Yeah.
Can you see the deck?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, can you see?
Yep.
Okay, let me shuffle it a bit. Okay. Can you see the, because like sometimes the background doesn't work.
Yeah,
No, it's okay. I can see everything.
Okay. The Queen of Hearts.
Yes.
Okay. Can you guys can see clearly, yeah?
Yeah. The cards are moving.
There will only be one card that is facing. Can you see?
Okay,
there's only one card that's facing. All the other cards are not.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring out this card. This card right now. Now it'd be pretty amazing if this card is the Queen of Hearts. Correct?
Yeah, hopefully it is.
Okay. Let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. This is the Queen of Hearts.
Oh my god, how you did it, Stefan?
It's really funny as well because I told Diana today that just before this call that people will choose what?
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of
Just
Hearts.
right before we do this, he told me that. Oh my god, how come?
Thank you for participating, and
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anna.
Anyways,
We hope to
thank
see you in Poland.
Yes. Thank you all for watching this video. We have quite a number of videos already. Please remember to like this video and subscribe. We have more tour guides that we're going to be interviewing, and you can come and watch them all. Again, thank you all for watching. Thank you. Do watch our next episode. You are watching Know Your Guide. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.